Hey look, Xur's in the tower. Yo, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another Destiny video, and of course another Friday Xur video. Xur is once again in the tower. As you can see, he is standing right in front of me, so this is where you can find him, but let's take a look at what he has for sale. And of course, if you guys do enjoy this video, then it would be super awesome if you could drop a like. I know Xur is getting a little bit boring lately, and he's not really got anything particularly interesting, but still your likes and your supports do really help me out. And also let me know down below whether or not you actually picked up anything this week. Hey, you never know, I know people have got most of the things, but sometimes there's something you might want to grab. Speaking of which, I do happen to know that he's selling the 4th Horseman this week. Yes, that's right. This is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time he's ever sold it, because of course up until The Taken King came out, this was of course exclusive to PlayStation, so items like that were never sold at Xur because you could obviously only get them on one console. But I believe this is the first time he's actually therefore been able to sell it. Anyway, we'll take a look at that in a minute, but let's start off with the armor. So first up, Titans, you have the Helm of Saint 14. Of course, the main perk on this one allows you to blind enemies inside your Wall of Dawn. This is definitely one of those top tier Titan exotics that you should always have, so if you are a Titan and you don't for some reason have this, then do definitely pick it up. On top of that, you of course can gain bonus super energy from grenade kills, and your shields start recovery immediately after all pickups. Now as for the stat roll, this one has 81 intellect when maxed, but comparing that to the min-max values, the lowest you'll ever see this is with 35 intellect and the highest is 95. So this is at the higher end of the spectrum. Now moving over to Hunters, you have the Crest of Alpha Lupi. Again, this is great given that it is a Friday and this is a good PvP exotic, but the main perk on this one is that your super generates an extra orb, and you can revive and be revived faster. So of course this is great in Trials of Osiris scenarios, where of course being revived and reviving your team is extremely important. On top of that, you can increase the amount of auto rifle ammo you can carry, and it also reduces incoming solar bird damage, which could actually be quite nice against some of those pesky Warlocks. The stat roll on this one is 65 intellect and 67 strength when maxed, and again comparing that to the min-max values, the lowest you will ever see this is with 46 intellect and 46 strength, and the highest is 124 intellect and 78 strength. So this one is actually, on the strength side of things it's not too bad, but on the intellect side of things it is around the middle region. Finally, moving over to Warlocks, the Light Beyond Nemesis, again another great exotic here, so if you don't for some reason have this, then of course definitely do make sure you pick it up. First perk is of course Supers generate an extra orb, and you can also revive and be revived faster, so it's basically the helmet version of the Crest of Alpha Lupi, again great for Trials of Osiris. You also gain bonus super energy from melee kills on minions of the darkness, and you gain bonus melee energy on all pickups. Again, don't forget that you can use glass needles to reroll some of these exotic perks, so if some of the last ones you don't particularly like, then of course that is an option. Your stat roll on this one is 74 intellect when maxed, and again comparing that to the min-max values, the lowest you'll ever see this is with 35 intellect and the highest is 95. Now moving over to the aforementioned 4th Horseman. So this is a shotgun. This is, as mentioned, it used to be exclusive to PlayStation it was introduced in the Dark Below, and of course it came in when Taken King came out. Now the main perk of this one is over here, Thunderer. This weapon can be fired in full auto. On top of that, you have Final Round, where the last round in this magazine deals bonus damage, and you also have Return to Sender. Kills with this weapon have the chance to grant bonus ammo to the magazine. Now this is pretty fun to use. I'm not really a massive fan of shotguns, but I will be honest, this is a lot of fun to use, especially when you hold down the trigger and you see how fast it just fires. It is just a lot of fun. So if you haven't got this, then it's definitely worth checking out. It was pretty viable back in the day on PlayStation when Skolas was a thing, and of course fighting him did present its challenges, so using this was one of those kind of tactics for taking him down. But on top of that, generally speaking, shotguns are decent in PvE, plus it does of course deal arc damage as well, which is of course nice during nightfalls with arc burn modifiers. Then lastly, moving over to the engram. This is of course a legacy engram, so again, if you're new to Destiny, don't be fooled. This is not a brand new engram. This will yield year 1 items. So this means if there's anything from year 1 that you missed, perhaps like Patience and Time, because it's a special weapon, then this is where you can get it. Of course, there are weapons coming back in the December update, but for the time being, I generally do recommend steering away from this thing, simply because it's only really good for completing your collection. Aside from that, you have the normal curios. Of course, this time we have a plasma drive and a void drive, and aside from that, you know the rest of this. Same goes for motes of light as well. You can buy 2 of those for 1 strange coin. This is something I want to bring up just quickly. This might be slightly useful if you do happen to be doing the refer a friend thing, because I did it the other day with 269. And we got to the point where when you actually want to get your sword, believe it or not, you actually have to buy your sword for 25 motes of light. And when you're a brand new Guardian, motes of light aren't always that easy to come by. We actually got to the point where we were there and we needed 14 motes of light still. So if you happen to have strange coins as a new Guardian, this might be something worth doing, because of course if you want to continue that quest, then that is something you need to do. But aside from that, that is pretty much it. So hopefully you guys found this helpful, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, hopefully this weapon's at least giving you guys something new to pick up, but either way, that is it. So thank you very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.